Okay, I've been trying to get my weight down for a while. I was working out with a friend, but it's a pain in the ass because they can basically do what they want, eat what they want, and they're still slim and trim. Where I just like look at a piece of chocolate and my whole thighs, hips, everything else balloons up. How am I supposed to cope in that kind of situation when some people have things so easy and I'm finding it really hard just to drop a pound?
A lot of us know somebody like that. We all know the person that can just, eat everything in sight, do no exercise, and they stay slim and trim, and the rest of us don't. I would say that there are some people in the world that actually are that lucky. That's life. Life's not fair. Sometimes you've just got to deal with that. Some people really do eat what they like and never really gain a pound. And I have to tell you, a lot of those people come to me and ask how they can put muscle on. They ask how they can get more definition. They don't like their skinny little legs and their skinny little arms, and actually ask how they can put weight on. Which is, again, unfair, but yeah, that's life. But actually, having met a lot of these people, I would actually say that a lot of people that we go, it's so lucky, it's so easy, you're so lucky. Actually, when you look at what they're eating, they're not eating very much. What we find is there's a lot of personality types out there. Now, some of us, when we're stressed or upset, we eat. We have a biscuit, we have takeaway, we eat more. A lot of people, when they're stressed though, some of these skinny people, they don't. They're so stressed and worried and they're burning on nervous energy, they'll actually forget to eat. And they'll be so busy running around, they haven't eaten breakfast, they haven't eaten lunch. Then suddenly they barely eaten anything. You see them at 4 o'clock, they'll have a huge cappuccino and a big slice of cake, and you look at them and go, you're so lucky, how can you eat all that? I've got to have my skinny little black coffee. And actually it's the first thing they've eaten all day. A lot of people that can eat anything they want, alternatively, will do a lot of exercise. They do a lot of working out. Now, if you work out, and you work out correctly, and ladies, that involves weight training as well, if you're lifting weights, you have a lot of metabolically active muscle. And what that means is that muscle will actually burn calories all the time. Even when you're sitting around doing nothing, if you've got muscle that you've built using weight training exercises, you can eat a lot more food. You really can. It's that simple. So you also don't know what your friend is doing workout wise in order to be able to eat this extra food. And the other thing I would say is, again, it's dependent to an extent on your body type and what sort of food you are eating and what sort of hormones you've got going through your body. Now, some of us are more insulin resistant than others, and that sounds a very scary, big thing to say. What it actually means is some of us deal with eating simple carbohydrates and sugars much better than others. Some of us, when we get a sugar influx into our system, our body looks at it and it deals with it really well. It puts out a bit of insulin, it burns it up, it puts this extra sugar into our muscles to get used. We do our workout, it gets burnt up. But there are others of us who have been eating such bad food for such a long time, and our bodies in quite a bad shape inside and possibly outside as well, that actually when we take in some simple sugars, some high calorie foods, our body doesn't deal with it very well. And it just kind of sits there. And your body goes, look, I don't really know where to put this or what to do with it. I know, I'll shove it into our fat cells. Because the fat cells are like that cupboard under the stairs. Everything you don't quite know what to do with gets shoved in there. Very, very simple. Your body does the same thing pretty much with its fat cells. And anything it can't quite deal with correctly, it'll shove into your fat cells. So your fat cells will store it all. So quite often, if you're leading a generally baddish diet, baddish lifestyle, and your hormones aren't in the correct balance and your body isn't very good at dealing with stuff, it's much easier for you to put on weight than your friend who maybe is living a much healthier lifestyle in general, and you see one little piece of that and go, you're so lucky, when actually 90% of their lifestyle is in the right framework and in the right order. The other thing I would say, and it's very much underrated rather, is how much stress and how much sleep you're getting. If you've got very high levels of the stress hormone, cortisol, in your body, if you're getting broken sleep, especially if you've got young children and you're not getting a full amount of sleep every night, again, your body's in a very different place from your friend who may not be in the same situation as you. And so your body will react differently to the foods that you're eating.